Hey, you guys, it's Gabby G in NYC, and today I wanted to discuss with you fiduciary duties. I like how that sounds, it has this like Italian ring to it. Fiduciary, So, fiduciary duties is basically an expectation, um, really by law for real estate agents everywhere to really be able to uphold certain standards when they're in this agency relationship with their clients. So I'm going to go over exactly what it covers because the acronym for it is old car. It just makes it easier for us to remember each thing. But I will go over what is expected. So you as a client should know that this is the type of service that you should be getting from your real estate agent. And if you're not, then you should definitely find yourself a new one. So, so let me just tell you what these things are. So I took a couple notes and I did some research as well. And I got a lot of my information from the New York Real Estate Salesperson Guide. I use this a lot in my real estate institute, like when I was learning and studying all of these different things on real estate so that I would pass my exams and become a real estate agent. And now I'm really, really excited to uphold these standards. So I'm going to let you know what each thing is, and then we'll just go through it really quickly. So I wrote up a little card, fiduciary duties. Okay, so this is old car. See the acronym for obedience, loyalty, disclosure, confidentiality, accountability, and reasonable care. So when it comes to obedience, we as real estate agents are expected to basically follow all legal and reasonable instruction from our clients. Okay, so we listen to them. I mean, we listen to you. We need to. And whatever's within our power and whatever is legal and right to do, we should be able to accommodate those things. Now, if you have a client that is asking you like, oh, I'm selling my house, but don't sell to any particular race or something like that. I mean, I'm telling y'all now, child, don't come over here with that. Okay, but you do not have any kind of obligation to uphold that or be obedient towards that kind of requirement. That is absolutely wrong. Okay, and you have every right to let go of this client and refuse to work with them. So that's absolutely okay. But as far as other things that are totally fine and legal, we do have that responsibility or duty to be obedient towards our client. Then there's loyalty. Forgive me as I look down at my notes, but it is what it is. So when it comes to loyalty, an agent should be putting their clients' needs above anyone else's and even their own. So you have to be careful with that, because there are, in every field that's out there are people who will take advantage of people just for their own betterment, and there are agents out there who do wrong things and who try to profit for themselves, so they do things that's not so great for their clients. And they're kind of known as the snake oil salesman kind of thing, because of that. So we have a bad rap because of a lot of real estate agents who do try to benefit themselves before they do their own clients. But we're supposed to uphold these duties and we're supposed to take them seriously. Now, when it comes to loyalty, that's the only one that does not transfer over in terms of dual agency, which I discuss in one of my previous videos on agency disclosure, because you are technically working for two clients, both the buyer and seller. So you cannot just be loyal to one and not the other. You know, you kind of have to work them both. So that's the only fiduciary duty that doesn't really transfer well in terms of dual agency. Disclosure. D. The D in old. Disclosure. Okay, so you need to be able as an agent to tell all the facts or info that a broker would obtain in their research or whatever it may be that would affect your client's decision, whether buying or selling. You need to be able to disclose whatever facts. I mean, it can be anything from where the property is located. If it's a flood zone, you're going to tell that type of thing, whether there's structural defects, property values for sellers. Now that's a big one, because if you are being true, honest, and really telling your seller, like, okay, this property is worth such and so forth, they're not going to be the happiest because they really want it to be such and so forth, plus a couple zeros. But you have to tell them the truth. This is like disclosure number one for sellers. Let them know the truth. Even though, of course, you'll probably be the seller's agent if you tell them that the number that it should go for is pretty much the number they had in mind, which I'm sure is way above market value. So, yeah, we want to be a seller's agent, but you can't just lie just to get that. So we want to have full disclosure. Let them know, look, this is what the market is saying, and it is what it is. I can't lie to you. If you want to go that high, then I'm going to be obedient to that. But at the end of the day, I have to tell you the truth, So that's disclosure. Now let's get into CAR. C, confidentiality. Any info that you obtain from your client, you cannot tell anybody that stuff. Like, you got to have their back. Okay. So you have to keep things confidential. That's very important, especially as well as accountability. That's the A in CAR. Now, any money that's received in an agency relationship on behalf of the client, you would have to let them know that, and you would have to disclose all of these things just to make sure that nothing, no sticky finger stuff, no funny business is going on. We just want to keep that relationship very open and honest, because it's very much so built on trust and confidentiality. And lastly, reasonable care. So there is a standard to uphold in terms of just our competence. There are certain things that we should just know, and there are things that we should just do properly. Even when it's filling out a form filled out incorrectly, or a law that just goes unnoticed, or you do something that can potentially get your client in trouble, especially some sort of financial situation, some, lawsuit, all these different types of things. Like, we have to have we have to make sure that we're doing our due diligence and really checking everything. I mean, of course, errors happen, but at the same time, you want to be sure that you are doing as much as you can and you have the skill and everything to get the job done properly. So that's really, really important, because it just wouldn't look good. And I just want to say for my agents out there, like, don't be afraid if you don't know something. I know a lot of people want to pretend that they know every single thing. I mean, I'm the first person to tell you I don't know every single thing, but I will let you know that I'll find out. Always say that you will find out. Don't pretend you know everything. It's okay to not know a particular thing. It's not okay to not know anything. But it's okay to not know a particular thing, and just find out and make sure that you get that answer to them and that it's accurate. That is important. So I just wanted to throw those things out there. This is what our fiduciary duty is, our old CAR. I'll hold that up again so that you just know, as agents, this is what is expected of us. And as clients, this is what you should be expecting from us. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. Check out my next video. I'll see you later. Bye.